Is it possible for guys and girls to be friends?
Yes.
I disagree.
Really?
Same.
But
I
used
disagree.
Okay, no, I used to disagree. Now I agree. That is possible.
Okay.
How so?
For like all of my high school life, for me it was not possible. Like I would only be friends with a girl if I liked her in any way.
Yeah. I think most people are like that still.
Yeah.
But I think that's unhealthy. But keep
100%.
Yeah, I was like that for a long time, and like I know I hurt some people's feelings acting that way, but at the time like I didn't care. But now, since I moved to Canada in the last year, I would say now I have friends that are girls that are literally just friends. Like I don't want to date them. They're just friends.
So Canada changed you.
Canada changed me. The girls in Canada, maybe they're just different to girls in America.
How so?
They're made different.
I feel like American girls have better communication. That's my opinion.
Bad or better?
Better. Girls in America, if they liked me, I would know. If they didn't like me, I would know. Girls in Canada, I got no idea. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know if they never want me to talk to them again or if they want to marry me. I have literally no clue.
Wow, that's crazy.
Honestly, we should speak on that.
Another day.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I think most people don't think that guys and girls should be friends as well. Like a lot of my girlfriends are like, I don't want to be friends with a guy, or they're actually so uncomfortable. Like I literally can't talk to guys. It's like we're in middle school.
What?
They're like, and they're grown.
What?
But yeah, I'm serious.
What do you mean they
That's
can't talk
crazy.
to guys? Like they can't
No,
like,
like,
have a conversation with them?
Every time they talk
That's
to a guy,
crazy.
they're like, it's one of two things. One, oh, he's my husband.
Oh, brother.
Like, just when they just met him?
Yeah, like that's the first thought.
No, it
like,
comes
that's,
from
this is no, like I think we need to stop doing that. Yeah,
But like,
because I think that's sick.
That's actually...
but they openly say that to you. Yeah, that's my husband.
No,
when they just met him.
That's just the thought that goes through your mind.
Oh, I think that happens with guys too sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, would I marry this girl?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a bad thought. I'm not against the thought, but I feel like if you kind of think about that too much, it prevents you from even connecting with them beyond that.
That's
you know,
true.
because you're thinking,
Yeah.
oh, is this my husband?
Yeah, you're thinking
going in-
romantically.
Yeah.
I think it's better to just meet people just for people's sake. Like,
Exactly.
guy
To
or
be
girl.
friends.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best platonic relationships and friendships I've had is when I walk into the friendship and thinking they're just friends.
Yeah.
Anytime I think like, oh, they're cute or this I want to pursue, is like, I end up becoming awkward, or I just don't end up being friends with them long term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just ruining it.
See, I have another story with a girl that I met in Canada, and she really liked me, and we started talking for like a few weeks. She was like rushing into it too much, so I was like not re-engaging, and then we agreed like, let's just be friends. And she was actually the one that brought that up. I love hanging out with her, but like in a relationship, no.
Yeah. I've definitely experienced that before. Doing things in a friendship context is nice because then it doesn't have to become anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
There's this one guy, I remember when I met him, like the first day we met, it was like instant flirting vibes, like instantly. Sometimes when you meet somebody on that energy, it can either like fall off or it can like become something else, but it never became anything else. We just became friends.
Where
You still friends?
Still friends this day.
Dang.
Love
So the
him.
first time you guys met, it was flirtatious.
Heavy flirtation.
And then after you saw him
Yeah.
again, it was just normal. Basically, is that kind of what happened?
No,
Wait,
it
how
was
did it-
still kind of like that for a while. But I feel like, again, kind of the same thing. We just realized like, nah, we're just kind of
Yeah, it's not gonna
have
work.
different things going on. And now he has a girlfriend and it's great.
Dope.
And I'm like, we're all friends. But I feel like, okay, what? Do you think
But
that was
do you,
problematic?
no, do you talk about it? Or
It was kind of unspoken
Spoken.
because it was just like...
What
the-
about if you broke his heart? 'Cause you
I
never-
did think about that.
Wow.
I don't think that's what happened though.
Because like coming back to his point, if you don't talk about it, then maybe he will never know you actually like him.
I didn't though. We were just friends.
But
Did he know
Is
that?
that the same for
beginning-
him though?
But he has a girlfriend now, no?
Yeah, he has a
No.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
now.
But at in that moment, like at the beginning,
Yeah, back then.
like back then, because like he was flirting with you,
Yeah.
and you also did it,
I did.
but things were never spoken. So maybe he thought that you didn't like him.
Okay, that goes back to what is even flirting?
Okay, now you're just trying to go off. You're like,
No, because I actually don't even know for real.
yes,
But
you
you-
do.
I don't
Yes,
word.
you
You-
do.
Okay, but like in the sense of like when I was talking, I wasn't like, oh, I want him. We were just having a good time. We were just vibing.
It's different talking and flirting. I think you knew what you were
Yes,
doing.
you knew.
We were just having so much
you
fun.
even called it as
You knew.
flirting.
Yeah, you call it.
Like you could
called
call
it.
it flirting.
You
sure.
called it flirting.
You
you.
were the
You
one.
started the
But what
relationship flirtatiously.
Just because that was just the energy that
Yes.
was there.
That's what was
Okay.
happening.
But I'm saying it became a friendship though. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have to always go in that direction.
Yeah.
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 What if it
course.
does?
And then it can also go that direction.
That's true.
But I feel like it doesn't have to. And I think also sometimes we assign like meaning to it sometimes. I don't necessarily think we were flirting even. We were just like vibing and like bantering.
But then you just called it flirting. So how do you?
Because other people would call it that.
Including
Wait,
you.
but it never-
Including you.
Okay,
Yeah.
give us an example.
I don't flirt with anybody though.
That's
like,
cap.
I don't.
There's definitely people you got to flirt with.
I feel like it's more of a vibe, if anything.
Then you're becoming what he was saying at the beginning, because you're unsure of what you're feeling, so you're not giving the guy enough like ideas to keep working toward a relationship, because you were still saying before that we're trying to cut that from girls.
You know what this is?
But you can still.
This is that Canadian girl communication.
Did I like him? Maybe, I don't know.
And I think
We
that's
were
what
just
most
like-
girls in Canada, they don't know what they want. They
Did
don't
you
know
have
how
a
they
conflict?
feel.
Yeah.
People in America more like, at least the girls I knew, they either liked you or they didn't like you.
Oh, how should the communication be? Like, should it be like upfront?
Yeah.
It should be.
I think
Like,
so.
would you
I'll counter.
appreciate that, where you'd be like,
I think that's
or you'd
good.
be like
Yeah.
kind of uncomfortable?
But
I
what
would
if
appreciate it.
Me
I would appreciate
personally,
it.
I would
I
appreciate
would
it.
appreciate it too.
But
I would
what if I
appreciate
was
it.
vibing as like a friend?
Yeah, then let's just be friends.
Yeah.
Then just communicate that.
Yeah, because
Yeah, we're
Yes.
It
Communication is the key.
yo,
Yeah.
but a lot of people don't do that nowadays.
No.
They just sit back and
Let me
soak.
talk. I'll cook up.
Let them cook.
Alright, so I won't mention when, but I was talking to this girl one time on Snapchat. Okay, it was like my
Oh,
friend
brother.
gave me her Snap. Okay, this was
What
alright,
Snap?
BC.
BC days.
Before Christ, if anyone knows. But anyways, so my friend gave me her Snap because I thought she was cute. And then she added me back and we started snapping and I was like actually flirting with her. And she
Damn.
was kind of like entertaining it. And then 2 weeks later, she messaged me, hey, like, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship right now. And I said, thank you for communicating that with me instead of ghosting me.
Yeah.
And then I messaged her saying, thank you for letting me know because I too wasn't ready for a relationship.
And then
Our
what she
friendship
say?
started.
I miss you.
No, she has a boyfriend now.
Oh, shoot.
No, it's
Okay,
good,
okay.
Like, we're good. We're just good friends now.
W.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. I do think the clarity is nice because it
Yes,
does
sir.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
For both
Mhm.
parties.
Yeah, no,
It's
you're
way
right.
quicker. It's way easier. Like,
Yeah.
it's just...
No way.
And people... There's another Canadian thing. They're so afraid of, like, offending people, I find.
Word.
Yeah, that's what I was
So
thinking. I was like, I
afraid.
feel like I'm
So
gonna be
bad,
arrogant
bro.
if I assume that you have like interest in me. You know,
Mm.
I'd be like, oh,
Yes.
like I'm not interested like that. And I'd be like, I didn't even
But
like approach
Yes,
you
that's what I'm saying.
with that intention.
So even though in that situation, you never necessarily were like, oh, I want you, but she still hit you with the, no, let's just be friends.
I was definitely hinting.
Yeah.
But you
like,
didn't say it though.
I was definitely flirting. Like, you can say, like, yo, you're cute, blah, 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 let's hang out.
Dang.
That's pretty
Like, I'm
obvious.
pretty, like, I was being pretty obvious with it.
That's pretty upfront.
And also, there's nothing wrong with say it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? That could be a door open to be friends, because now both of you are in the same page.
I mean,
Just in case.
I don't think you should
That's
say that
true.
like right away when you meet someone. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that's what
Yeah.
you were kind of hinting at. It's pretty
Yeah.
like you get to the point where it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Then you can say it.
Right.
It's just like, hey, nice to meet you, and then like
I
an
don't
hour
want
later.
you.
it's
Don't
like,
want
by the
you.
way,
I
I
don't
don't
want
want to
you.
date you.
Not
It's
straight
like,
up.
what?
No.
I just met you. I'm not
So-
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is the right time to say something like that?
When you're like,
Estimate.
hey, let's hang out.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
like
it's like
one-on-one,
one-on-one type of
where-
thing.
yeah.
Hmm.
And it's like,
So after the first link up?
I
Okay, like, hold on.
mean,
Wait, are you just viewing
Yeah,
them as
yeah,
friends
I'd
at that
say
point?
so. Yeah.
Like, you just met them?
no, like the best time I would say you should say it when you hang out once, and it's like, yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, true.
I don't really
like, you don't feel
want to
the vibe.
hang out with you in a romantic way again.
Mm.
Like I'd rather just let you know now.
Facts.
Mhm.
I have a question for y'all. Whenever y'all hang out with a female or a male, do y'all feel the tension?
Yeah, it depends.
Depends who.
Well, if it's friends, I feel like you don't really feel anything.
Exactly.
That's
Mm.
true.
But I feel like the public makes you feel like, oh,
Like
if
people
you're like
around
hanging
you.
out publicly.
I work in a restaurant, so I see so many friends, and I can tell when there is a second intention.
But like
For
you said, if I
sure.
go to a movies with a girl,
Yeah.
even if they're like, we know we're friends, it's kind of like, why are we doing that?
No cap, it's weird.
That's
know?
another thing.
That brings
people
us
say.
back.
Yeah.
Can guys and girls just be friends?
No.
Well, you have to
No.
put your
Okay,
I'll
boundaries.
play, I'll play, I'll play.
I think
No.
Yeah, the boundaries are important.
Yeah, boundaries are
Yeah.
important.
I think somebody said that like the one-on-one versus group dynamic as well.
That's true.
It's different.
That's working best for me, and that's what I'm realizing now. Like,
Yeah.
the only time I hang out with y'all is in a group setting. Like, I
Yeah.
only hanged out with Temi like one time.
Did you feel the tension?
Oh heck nah, cause we're in the library, bro. Like,
I
We're in
picked
the library.
public library.
Yeah.
Where, when?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
That's
just like
true.
the setting is important.
I do think that the public can definitely influence it and be weird about it, especially in church.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah,
Church is so bad, but if I just talk to a boy,
100%.
Oh, who's that
your
guy?
husband?
Who's that?
Yeah, but that's because everyone at church wants to get married so early.
Facts. In church, I would actually refrain from talking to a girl.
No
Like,
way.
if I would have a 5-minute limit. I'm like talking to a girl, right? I turn around, bro. There's like 6 people looking at me. So I'm like, alright, bro.
So?
This is the thing I think you have to do at church. You either have to talk to no girls or all of the girls.
That's true,
That's
bro.
facts.
Once you talk to one girl, you gotta talk to all of them.
Yeah, you can't just talk to one.
okay, explain that. Explain.
If I just talk to one girl that Sunday and the next Sunday and the next Sunday, it's like, okay, everybody. Like, it's pretty obvious. And also, if I'm only talking to one girl, that means I probably like that one girl.
For sure.
Right.
So,
I have a question for the ladies in the room.
Okay.
Hit them with the question,
When
bro.
you guys see like a guy, for example, talking to a lot of girls, does that turn you off in a sense where you think he's like a player?
I do like guys that are friends with girls
Mm.
because that to me is like you see girls as people.
Mm.
I like that.
That's
I
facts.
agree with you. I
Well
know
said.
like some of my guy friends, they're like, I can never be friends with girls
I know, bro. It's weird.
because it's like I'm gonna have to like them. Like the only time I ever talk to girls is if I like them or I see them attractive or something.
yeah.
True.
And I was like, bro, what's wrong with you?
Literally.
You know, because I feel like the masculine and feminine dynamic, if you could just be platonic, is so beautiful. Like it's amazing.
I feel like a lot of my male friends have like healed me as a human being. Like I'm a better
Dang, yeah.
person. Like they healed my
That's
heart. Especially when I was on TikTok chronically and I was on like I was seeing
Red pillar.
I would see
TikTok
like the
chronically.
red pill stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a phase where I hated men. I did not like you guys. I didn't want to be your friend. I
Jeez,
didn't
bro.
talk to y'all. I didn't want to date y'all.
Mhm.
I hated
Terrible.
But you didn't want to even date?
y'all. No, I wasn't
Wow.
interested.
So you were like almost lesbian then.
I'm done. I'm done.
I genuinely think like people do go down that route where then they end up
That's
being like,
true.
you know
Where
what,
they
I'm
hate
gonna be
men.
lesbian.
Facts,
Yeah.
bro.
Even if they weren't
Especially-
that way because they had such a bad experience.
Facts.
The crazy thing about like seeing all that stuff online though, it wasn't even my experiences. It was
Mm.
other people's experiences that scared me. But just being friends with certain guys, just I don't know, so beautiful.
Right.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, and it
100%.
just helped me.
That's
so I'm
true.
like, oh, they're people.
Mm.
That's great.
Just to clarify, I'm not saying every lesbian went down that route. I'm just
Yes.
clarifying.
And I think a lot of guys too, they're on the opposite end of the spectrum where they don't say I hate women.
I almost went to that point once, but like I would still talk to girls. But
Yeah.
like you said, when you view them as like more like an object,
Yes.
like I went through that like a couple of years ago. I went through a really rough breakup, and then I just talked to like a ton of girls, but it was all as just like not.
Not like an actual connection.
Yeah,
more just
no,
like
it was just
for
like, yeah.
other reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's how I viewed them for a while, and that's why I also used to be like, no, I couldn't just be friends with a girl. And then now I have a completely different view, and I don't do that anymore.
Yes, sir. Change, man. I had like a lot of girlfriends. Like, hold up, girls that were friends. Girls that were friends in high school. Like my whole friend group,
Yeah.
like was majority girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Cause like there was a lot of Christian women in my school, so I would just hang out with them, kick it with them, and it was good. But at a certain point, it became weird. With like some of them, cause I couldn't tell if they liked me or they didn't like me. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
right, 'cause
Cause
they're
those
Canadian.
boundaries. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
and
We
then
need to
and then
learn
after
about
high
us
school,
Canadian girls.
after high school, when I started talking to like more different people, I started talking to this one girl, and then we were like hanging out like outside of our friend group or whatever, and then that's when the feeling started to like build and that tension. So once I realized that there's two different sides of the story, I was like, bro, I can't be friends with like females like this. Like
You
in
cut
that,
her off?
nah,
Oh.
like we talked about it because like I told her like, yo, this is how I'm feeling. We got to do something about it, and we just knew that we weren't like for each other. So it just kind of got cut off, and then we moved on.
So you did.
You
Let
know,
him
I think
finish,
I
let him
contradicted
finish.
myself. So yes, they can be friends. We can be friends
What changed your mind
with a girl.
with
Yeah.
the girls in general? Like it just reminds me of Genesis when Adam realized that they were naked. They were naked the whole time, but then he just realized
You eat the fruit.
eat the fruit. Yeah,
I ate the fruit. Yeah. Dang, that's a good analogy.
But
That
now you think guys and girls can be friends?
You still
In
do.
group settings,
in the
Okay.
right
Group setting.
context.
in the right context. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
This was Light with argument. I was gonna have a guy named Light come on, and that was his whole thing. He was like, it's all about the context.
that's
Because if you
true.
meet someone at the club, there's a context around that. If you meet someone
That's
online,
facts.
there's a context about that.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to talk about the context of church and like church community.
That's true.
Because one thing I've observed is I think a lot of guys, they take online dating rhetoric and try to apply it to like the church community context, and it doesn't work.
What do you mean by
What
that?
do you mean by that?
Like, for example, no, like I see it,
I'm done.
and it doesn't work because there's different contexts.
Can you explain
right?
though?
I'll
Yeah, elaborate.
explain. Let me cook.
Hi, Temi.
Hurry up.
Just think it.
Let her cook.
I'm gonna just chill for a second. Like, for example, I think a lot of the way people date online or just in general is like, oh, like they talk to multiple people and it's a numbers game. And I feel like that's really destructive in community.
So like,
yeah,
they talk to everyone and then whoever responds.
Yes.
So they have options?
I think that's really destructive in community.
Like having a roster.
Yes.
Dang.
And I think
I agree.
opening that door with multiple people is very destructive just because it just compromises the integrity of the community. And I feel like, especially as Christians, we should take these decisions prayerfully.
True.
And not just be random.
Yep.
Because I think a lot of people be random.
I think for men too, is just pursue the girl if you like them.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know, like why you gotta talk to multiple different girls? If you like the girl, okay, she doesn't like you back.
Facts.
Move on. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, but a lot of men can't deal with that rejection though.
I mean, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
That's the hard truth.
I was just thinking, like, what are some like values in friendship, you know, of a Christian friendship, and not just like guy and girl, but girls and girls. I want like a friendship that we can grow in. Can that happen between a guy and a girl without it being romantic, right? Those intimate moments where you're praying for one another, like, is that possible?
You mentioned about having a guy ask you to pray for him. Whenever I think about having a girl my age pray for me, I also check myself. I'm like, could my brother just pray for me in the same way?
That's true.
Would it be as effective, and even could he relate to me more to what I'm going through? And so far in my life, every single time the answer's been yes. Have my brother pray for me, not the girl that I wanted to pray for me. And that's different for like my grandma or my mum. I always find like I want them to pray for me because either I just want to talk to them or just reasons like that. That's the most common reason I can think of right now.
You just got to get like a heart check for yourself. Yeah, I feel that.
I think with a guy and a girl friendship, it's always important to guard your heart, no matter what. Like you said, like if I'm gonna ask like a girl to pray for me, why can't I just ask one of my boys to pray for me? The reason could be like, okay, I think I trust her spiritual maturity more than one of my friends. I think that's a good reason. The intention matters. And then if she's praying for you, like, what are you thinking? Are you thinking about her prayer, or is she thinking about her praying for you?
That's good.
In high school, again, I was around those girls and all that. I definitely run to them more than I would to like my brother or my male friends. You know what I mean? But I'm finding power in like the brotherhood because the men them can relate to you. Sometimes you need the comfort of a brother rather than the comfort of a female. You know what I mean?
To answer the other part of your question of like, what do you look for in a friend?
Yeah.
I feel like to me something that's very important is correctability, or someone that like we can check each other, we can call each other higher. I can tell them something, they're not going to be offended by me. You know, if I'm trying to call them higher, because some people, they're like, oh, don't tell me that, don't mind your business, this is my life. I'm like, brother, aren't you a sister in Christ? Like, aren't we trying to come up? So why are you mad at me? Like, because you should know it's in love.
True.
So if I'm saying something in love, why are you offended?
I had a question for y'all. Speaking on that topic, if someone's doing something in their life, and like, for example, it's your guy friend and he's doing something, but it's more like a thing a brother should say to him rather than a girl, how would you guys approach that? Would you just tell like one of his friends, maybe they'll be like, yo, maybe what you're doing right now is not good, or is that something you would confront him on?
I would confront him. Yeah.
Mm.
Because sometimes it hits different coming from somebody else, you know?
True.
But also sometimes it hits different coming from the brother. So I would discern it. It depends, but...
It depends. I've given so much advice to a guy. Every time we talk from like 12 a.m. to 5.
Dang.
The next day, he completely forgets everything I say. And then I've done it like 3 times, and I was like, I just give up.
Dang, bro, that's annoying.
That's the kind of stuff that makes me not want to be your friend for real. Because I'm like, you're not receiving it, and that's fine. I'll pray for you.
Exactly. At that point, you just let God do his thing.
Yeah.
The girl can bring a different perspective to the situation as well.
That's true.
Because, like, you're trying to relate to them with, like, the same gender. But with, like, a girl, I feel like it comes from, like, conviction. And if God is calling you to convict them, that is what we should do no matter what gender or whatever. It's within community, and that's what we're called to do as well.
I think also depends on the conversation. Because, for example, let's say that men are talking about dating a girl and how to, like, trying to engage with her. You cannot ask another man how to, like, what should be proper to give her. Because they're not good at it. Like, that's the reality. Like, don't try.
Except TJ.
Elriz.
Yeah.
TJ got it.
You ask TJ anything, he'll give you the Riz.
No, he has a different perspective. He's American.
Yeah. He's American. Oh, and he's British too. He's everything.
He has all the perspectives.
And he's Australian or from New Zealand. New Zealander.
He's
And from Africa. No cap.
I think like I was gonna say the same thing as you just now. Like the one time I would say I would go to a girl is if it's about another girl.
Yeah.
That
100%.
they can really help with.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay, guys swear they have W Riz and it be L at like most times.
Is mine L Riz?
Is mine L Riz?
Okay, what you were saying yesterday, I'm telling you was L Riz, bro.
You don't even know what I was saying.
I was like,
you weren't
okay,
even in the conversation.
I was overhearing.
Okay.
Yeah. What was
Let's
it?
see.
Share the
Let's see
context.
if you know what I was saying. Okay.
So you were like, oh, here's how you riz a girl, guys. He's like, you want to make sure you watch her stories, but don't like the ones with like her face. Don't like the ones with her body. Don't give her that kind of attention. But like, if it's something else, like it. And like the reason that's L Riz is like a like ain't nothing, fam. What is a like?
You didn't hear my whole conversation. I got that from a girl.
Okay, well she was
was
giving
wrong.
you bad
No.
riz, fam. Because let me tell you why it's L Riz.
But that's not even.
Do you know how
That's not
many
even the
likes I'm
full
getting?
amount.
I'm getting likes on all my stories. So you're just one of my likes.
That's not. Even
Nah,
what
that's
I was
cap.
saying, though.
It's true though.
That's
That's
not
cap.
what I
Many.
was saying.
Okay, what were you saying?
Okay. First of all,
Whoa.
the reason this conversation came up is Tristan was like asked something about Instagram, and I was like, oh, this is something that I learned from a girl. Okay. In America, she was not Canadian. Just to clarify that.
Okay, well, American Riz doesn't work here, as you know.
Maybe that might be the case. If you want to like get a girl to notice you more, like lots of guys will say to a girl, "Oh, you're pretty." Oh, what? Anyone says that. But if you want to stand out a little bit, just this is all I'm saying. If you want to stand out a bit, don't say anything about that. If she posts a song, be like, "Oh, I didn't know you listen to this band," or "Oh, if you know about that band, talk about the music." If you post a place, if you post an art museum, like whatever it is. I didn't just say like sorry, this is where you missed it.
Okay.
I said like message them.
Oh, okay.
Don't just like it.
I
Like
thought
who
you were
cares?
just saying likes. I was like, bro,
No.
likes are weak for me.
No, exactly. Like no
Wait,
one-
what kind of likes are we
no.
talking about?
Wait,
Story
Like,
likes?
story likes are
Yeah, that's
weak.
not gonna do
Nah,
anything.
I have a question.
I think
That's
story
not
likes
gonna do
means
anything. You have to
something.
message
Yeah,
them.
they
and
don't
engage
mean-
them.
I think story likes are powerful.
I have a question.
No.
I promise.
No,
Yeah.
they don't. They don't mean
Likes
anything.
So much.
See,
of
and
your
I know
story,
that.
Does that mean something?
When she
No,
likes your
it's
story?
a-
Literally,
What?
like there was a point where I posted like 5 different things, and every single thing was liked.
Yeah, that's
By
definitely
all
a
the time.
By
sign.
the same
That's
girl?
definitely a sign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
definitely a
Fred
sign.
likes you.
That's definitely a
Oh
sign.
my
Like literally, like multiple.
Yeah.
Like if I show you like my
You can't
feed,
deny
it's
it. Yes. she
Nah,
does.
that's a sign for sure.
Probably.
Okay.
I don't
Probably.
think so.
Well, I don't
Like,
think
that's
If she
that's
likes
easy.
5 in a row, like,
5 in a
maybe
row is
she
crazy.
liked
All 5 of them, like
Yeah,
maybe
what if
she's
you're
giving you
just posting
support.
heat?
Like,
it was just a good story.
Were you posting
Yeah.
I was
heat?
actually just, I was just ranting.
See?
Exactly,
oh,
bro.
okay. Well,
See, that's Riz
I
right
Yeah,
feel
you
there.
can't
like-
deny it.
I don't
feel
know,
But
bro.
I said message.
Bro,
I didn't
I'm
just say
telling you,
like.
fam, those
The
likes,
like was
they
barely
message.
relevant.
I know. 'cause
okay,
likes
we
are,
acknowledge
like,
that,
Exactly,
TJ.
they are.
You said
Yeah.
you said message, not like.
Okay, fine. You know what?
Message
I
is
will
good,
agree
though.
that is good riz because
Thank you.
the only part that was good is
Let 'em
like
cook.
not being like superficial with it. Because yeah, like just empty compliments. Oh, you're pretty.
Who
Yeah,
cares?
Next call or next.
You
call.
know that TikTok where it's like every guy tells her she's pretty. Tell her she's ugly. Have you seen
Mm.
those?
No.
Okay.
You know,
That's
it's the
true.
same principle, just in a better way. Just
Mm.
talk about things that matter more, because your looks, they'll age, they'll come and go. But those things are more interesting. Like, what is she actually like? It's more about her personality. That's the point. And you're engaging with that, and you're talking to her about her personality and what she likes. The likes, that was just, you can message and like the story. That if you like the story, don't expect to get anything. Nothing. She probably won't even see it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
You're
no,
one
if
of the
you like
numbers.
someone, you're checking to see if they watch your story though.
That's true.
If you like someone.
That's true.
I
That's
do that.
true.
I do that. Bro, once she sees it,
Same, bro.
Delete.
delete the post.
That's crazy.
That's
No, I'm
actually
just
crazy.
playing, I'm just playing.
No, you're not.
Imagine
Maybe
though.
I'm not.
No, but this one time I
Imagine.
did that. I was like,
Oh,
I
heck
saw
nah.
it, delete it.
Oh, heck nah. This guy, bro.
I used to do that back when I was like,
15.
no, back when I was like going through that point where I was just talking to girls as like, I guess an object.
Mm.
I want to circle back to that. I've heard a lot of people say like, "Oh, I can't be friends with girls I'm attracted to," or they just feel like the male-female friendship thing doesn't work. Part of why I feel like that's so problematic is if you say, "Oh, I like somebody," but you don't know them, like they're not your friend, you haven't talked to them for real. That's lust. That's lust every
That's a
single
good
time.
Wait,
point.
say it again?
That's a good point.
If you claim to like somebody but you don't know them,
Mm.
that is lust.
Oh, real.
Is
So, like,
crush
real,
Like
real.
a lust?
attraction.
Like,
Okay, you can have a crush, but I'm just saying like you can't actually like somebody if you don't know them.
right.
So
You have a crush then.
yeah, you have a crush, which is fine.
Or you have lust. Is how.
I think it's lust most times. Because if you actually get to know them, then you can actually like them. Because you're liking like the soul of the person, not just the flesh.
Interesting.
Back to the
So
Instagram
facts.
stories.
Okay.
That's true.
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of that.
Yeah.
The only way to really like someone is if you actually know them. I was telling my friend this yesterday. When it comes to finding a girl attractive, I don't even look at looks anymore. Do they have God in their heart? Then I'll look at attraction. I've seen girls that are objectively good looking, but I'd be like, nah. Like, turn away because there's no reason to.
True.
It would just be lust. If I'm going to be like, oh, I want to pursue that person, even though I'm not going to wife them, even though they don't have God with them, it's like, we're unequally yoked. Why would I go for them? It would just be because of lust.
Start off as a friendship, because like
100%.
that's what it's gonna build on. Like, do you enjoy each other's company? Can you build something here? That's how like my parents have raised me. Just like start with a friendship, despite how they might look, despite the attraction. Like, oh, he could be my husband or something like that. But no, I'm like, no, let's settle down. Settle down.
What's the proper way to treat friends and people you want to pursue? In the same way, obvious for them to know that you like them.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, girls correct me on this, okay? But if they're just a friend, I don't open the door for them.
Where?
I don't.
Wait, if they're just a friend?
Yeah. If they're
Wait,
just a
what?
friend. No, like, okay, like.
Pause.
Okay, if I have the door, if I'm there, I'm just gonna open the door and let them
That's
go.
like basic Canadian
No,
courtesy,
but listen,
though.
but listen.
Basic
No, but
courtesy.
listen. People were like, yo, why don't you be a gentleman? I'll be like, I only do that if I like you.
Okay, I think
That's
Come
cap.
on.
Well, no,
That's
I
like,
don't
cap.
agree with that.
Nah,
I'll be
you're
polite, I'll be
tripping, bro.
polite. It's just like those extra details. Like I'm not gonna open it. Like if someone's gonna go in my car, I'm gonna let them open the door.
Of
I'm not
course.
gonna open the door for them.
For a shorty?
No.
For a
I
shorty?
disagree.
Girl,
I
you know what I mean?
disagree.
Like,
if she's my friend.
She's your friend?
Yeah.
You wouldn't open the car door, but
Like-
you would open the
Okay.
door to Temi's house, basically.
The door's open.
Yeah, the door's open. No, but
But
remember,
if
Yeah, I
you're
get what you
walking,
mean.
if
No,
you're
but-
walking in Walmart, you would open the door for her,
They are automatic, bro.
bro. Okay, look.
Like at a
look,
restaurant,
If
at a
you walk into the
restaurant.
barber shop,
okay. Yeah, you know what? Like,
You bringing a girl to the barbershop?
salon,
no, but
barber
listen,
salon,
listen,
whatever it may be.
Listen, there's
You
context,
getting a
okay? So there was a girl one time. We went to Tokyo. I talked about this during worship night one time.
I disagreed with your story. But
Yeah, so I wanted to get to know her more, and at the end, I cleaned everything up. Like I took her bowl. I basically
Real one.
I did
he
everything.
said that's a bridge.
I did it. No, I was being polite. You know what I mean? I was just
No,
being.
you said that.
bro-
No, you said that
bro's
means
being
I
a
like
gentleman.
you.
I was just being a gentleman.
And I was like, Greta, how, what are you talking?
From his point of view, clearly that means he
But then
likes
from
her.
my point of view, I'm like, you're
So
just a
do-
good
Do
guy.
I want that? Do I do that to every single time I go out with a friend?
Why not though?
Why
Okay.
not?
I feel like that's
true.
just
He
basic
doesn't like
courtesy.
them. And
No,
from
but it's
his
like-
point of view, that means you can't do that. For me, I would disagree because my grandma, she told me that it matters to her a lot that my grandpa still opens the door for her, still does like little things for her, even though they're 80 something.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so since she said that to me, now I try and do it for every girl.
No
Like,
matter
even if
what.
I-
Wait.
Even if I don't
Okay, then-
like
They were
her,
married.
like if I literally didn't like a girl, I'd be like, I don't even want to talk to her. Like, I don't even like her. I can still open the door for her.
The car door and everything.
Yeah. Hopefully she's not getting in my car, but yeah. Like, well, if I don't,
No, but
want, like I'm saying, if I don't like her, no, I don't like
Can't
her.
get no
I'm saying,
Jezzies
like,
up in
I
there.
don't like her. Like I dislike her because she's
Like
like.
an op.
I'm just saying, even someone that I don't like I dislike, I still would open the door for them.
Bro,
I
so
think
stop
that's
talking.
better though. You know what I mean? Because
Alright,
like
so I should open the door
God
for
says to
everyone.
love your enemies.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's what
I'll
I'm
do
trying
it.
to say, kind
Mm-hmm.
of.
I'll do it.
And also just open the door for all of them.
See,
Mm.
but here's my question. Okay, so here we have two different perspectives. You kind of grew up just like I want to do it for every girl, and you kind of like think otherwise. And see, like that's
Yeah.
flirting. That's showing like intention. For you, is just normal.
I used to be like that. Okay, I used to open the door for everyone, and then they were like, "Josh, are you trying to hit on me?"
Word.
And at that point, I was like, "Okay." Then I'll just do it with somebody I
So it's
like.
trauma.
Mm.
Exactly. So then that's why I'm just confused now. I have mixed emotions.
You could have just been like, yeah,
But I genuinely did not want
and
it.
then just be like, just kidding. I guess it's too late then. She's probably gonna not believe you then.
I feel
That's
like
fair.
you can't be faulted for being kind. So if you're
Okay.
doing kind things, and people want to make it something else, that's on them.
Okay, that's
Mm.
fair.
Like
That's
you're
fair.
gonna get your heavenly rewards. You're not even doing it for them, right?
That's
so
facts. That's
never
facts,
stop
that's
being
facts.
kind because of what other people have to say, and like do things based on like
I
Mm.
agree.
trauma or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
But
think that's trauma.
but back to what we were saying, like how do you know? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Right.
I'm open to it. I feel like the signs thing is crazy. My mindset is like we're all homies, and even if I do like somebody, I'm not gonna like assume more. And I feel like that's a healthier place to be. Because I also believe, in my opinion, like a man should pursue. So it's like we're friends until otherwise communicated. Because I can't be reading signs for real. because y'all have different understandings of what is a sign, what is not a sign, what is normal. So for me, it's like you're just my friend. Everyone's my homie until they want to like. What?
So do we all agree that we should like forget about the signs and just focus on the communication?
I know people read into it, but
I do.
I have one comment there.
Yeah, what's up?
You cannot have communication without actions as well. Because I can like deep. talk and never do anything. So I can tell you I like you, but if I never do anything to show you that I like you, then what's the matter? Because someone else could be doing exactly the opposite. Like they can be telling me that they like me, but still they're working toward trying to get me like. Yes.
I mean, cooking, actions speak louder than words.
Guys.
That's deep.
And I feel like a lot of people are yappers still.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel. And that's, again, why I don't look at any guy like that. I feel like everyone's my friend. And that's why I feel like I can have really good friendships with people, because I just don't take it like that. Because I'm not going to make those assumptions.
That's good, though.
Until they tell you?
Until they tell me.
Wait, I have a real question.
Okay.
If I have a friend that's a girl, for like example, you guys, should I open the car door for you?
Yes.
I like it.
Okay.
I would appreciate it.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's like special, you know?
But you have a man.
I do.
So can we open the door?
Can I open the door for you?
Yes. Yeah, of course.
But
because
he like that.
Yeah.
He's secure in his relationship.
Bro,
I think
this is coming from a girl's perspective.
Jealousy is insecurity.
Okay.
Dang.
It's one thing to have male female friends when you're single. But if you're in a relationship, would that be a violation?
I think it. Yeah.
Low key.
I think you should not have guy friends or girlfriends that you hang out with one-on-one if you're in.
Okay,
oh yeah, for sure. One-on-one, bro.
Okay, that's valid.
Crazy.
I get the one-on-one.
No FaceTime.
I really think you should try your best to avoid it, and if you want to, check yourself. Be like, why do I want to FaceTime them? Do it in a group somehow.
Homework.
You're right.
Like, she's the only have another person on FaceTime even. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just respect.
But
that's
what I
in
think.
A relationship.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I don't think there's any like I just want to catch up with them one-on-one.
Oh yeah, no chance.
Oh yeah.
Have another friend, either their friend or your friend.
Or me.
Literally, bro.
I don't think it's very healthy and respectful to your partner.
I will say also depends on context, because for example, I have my friends from work, and if I have a problem with my boyfriend, I won't go to a girl because I go, but in another perception, I want to know what guys think about it. But I see them and they see me as a friend. Like it's never more than that.
So you talk to them at the workplace?
Yeah.
Oh, that's calm.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit different from just having a friend that's a girl that you just. And I think it also depends if it's just like, I talk to them like, say I'm dating a girl and I talk to Temi once, like I'll see you in social settings, but say one-on-one I talk to you like on a phone call or somewhere once every couple weeks. But if it's like every other day,
yes, 100%.
It's also
violation.
How many times,
yes.
how often.
Yeah.
Y'all seen that like work husband, work wife meme?
Yes, I've seen that.
Those be funny, bro.
But like
if your wife
that's
had
something you should not have. I think
a work husband.
No.
If your wife had a work husband. Yeah, I think
no,
that's crazy.
That's disrespectful.
That's crazy.
Bro, I'd body slam him, bro.
Like I don't see that going in any good direction.
Nothing.
I just leave.
Any.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
All vengeance is the Lord's.
Yeah.
You can forgive, but what's the process? Do you
address
comment on
it?
that?
Yes, definitely. If you
or
don't,
would you just
it's
like
address it? Worse.
Yeah,
because then you're gonna hold resentment and it'll build.
Get closure.
True.
And your decision from there.
Even talking to like married men, I'm very intentional with the way I communicate with them. So like, let's say I'm like doing something like in ministry or something with someone and he's married, and like he texts me, I'm not continuing that conversation. I'm gonna dead it. I'm not giving you any energy. And I'm gonna hit you with like a dead response. Just because I don't even want you to look at our text thread and have questions.
Okay.
You know, because like, you know, I think it definitely does change when you're in a relationship. Like we're friends, but like not too much. Like I'm very like.
Know your boundaries.
Don't want to disrespect anybody's husband.
True.
Okay, so has everybody just like is everybody's answer yes that there could be male and female friendships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we heard those two perspectives, but we didn't have like an outright.
Yes, with boundaries and communication.
Yes, with boundaries.
Yes, with context.
Okay, I want to clarify things. One, I don't talk to girls that anymore. Okay.
Yes, we understand,
okay,
brother.
Asshole.
Like I'm not looking
You're
for
just
anyone.
done.
Nah. Like
He's in that. He's in that Paul.
Huh? Yeah, he did, but he's changed this week.
No, I'll explain off camera.
He's on that Paul level for now.
I'm waiting for God's timing. Every girlfriend I meet, I always set that boundary that, look, I'm not trying to go for nobody.
How do you do that? You just tell them?
I just tell them straight up, hey, like, we're just friends. I'm not trying to go for
This guy's a heartbreaker,
no,
low key.
you have to do that.
That's why I like
I'm playing.
communication.
That's true.
Me and
Nah,
Tristan
you have
did
to.
that. It was great.
What do we do?
We did it twice.
When?
The first time you were like, Temi, we're just friends. And I was like, bet. And then I hit you with that. I was
Did I actually say that?
yes, you
When?
did. Very, like, aggressively.
When?
At TMS. Because at the time, you didn't believe men and women could be friends.
Oh, yeah.
And then you were like, for example, Temi, we are just friends. And I was like,
I remember that word.
Word.
I remember that word.
ditto.
No, exactly.
But I feel like
Communication's
our
key.
friendship flourished, though. Like, after that,
Yeah.
it was like, the trajectory
Facts.
changed, you know?
That's true.
And the thing is, I feel like we already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was good.
No cap.
You know?
That's true.
I really want to encourage people to have male-female friendships. Because
Agreed.
for me,
Mhm.
it's literally made me a better person.
No,
Like, I'm
me too.
different because of my male friends. Because
Me
they
too.
just opened my mind to so much, showed me new perspectives, made me more compassionate towards men. I used to be very critical of men. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys?
Word.
Literally, what is wrong with you? For me, I've had so much like blessing from it, and I just think more people should be open to it.
Yeah.
Amen. Well said, Temi.
I also want to say that read the Bible and think what Jesus did, like with his
What would Jesus do?
female
Stay
friends.
single?
Have a
Should
gate
you stay
Oh, like
singleness.
with the Samaritan woman, the woman at the well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was even friends with a prostitute.
yeah.
Bro, Jesus had women at his feet. No, not in a weird way, but like, you know,
Beautiful.
bro, he could have
Facts.
been prideful and be like, yo, this girl's at my feet.
Isn't that
Yeah,
such
it
a
is.
perverted way to
It
look
is.
at friendship?
Mm.
Oh, she wants me.
True.
I think we take it like that so often. Like,
That's true.
I'll give an example where I got so humbled. So this one guy I know, he's like a leader. He texted me the other day. He's like, Temi, I just, respect you so much. Like, I just admire X, Y, and Z about you. Da da da. Like, and literally my first thought was, he wants me.
He want me. He want me.
No, that's insane. I will not do that.
Come on, brother.
No, I had to check my heart. My first thought was like, oh, he wants me. But then I was like, Temi, shut up. Like, maybe he actually just wants to be your friend. Like, maybe he's just being kind.
Maybe he's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to
That's
give you a
true.
compliment.
Yeah,
Maybe
maybe
he's just
he's
being,
being-
maybe he's being real,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, we can get so perverted in our thinking.
or
And,
maybe
like,
he didn't set the boundary.
What?
Maybe.
No, the boundary's there. Homie's
Okay.
married.
Oh,
So,
shit.
like,
Wait.
You could take it so many ways. I'm just being honest that my first thought was like, oh, he wants me. Then I was like, wait a minute, Temi, that's perverted. That is
And he's
perverted.
married.
He's married.
And he's
married.
Maybe he's
Boy.
just being nice. Maybe he's just a friend. So I had to just be so humbled. And I was like, wait, maybe this is just a friend. Like,
Yeah.
already
I
knew that.
really do think he is just
No,
a friend
he is
trying to
just a friend.
encourage you.
Yeah.
No, he
For
really
sure,
is.
for
But
sure.
I'm just saying, it, like, in
That
my
was a
own
thought.
cravings,
And
Okay.
it can
that was a
happen
thought
to
I had.
anyone. Like
Exactly.
anyone can have the same thought. So don't feel bad. Like of course feel bad. Check your heart. But that's what you say. Repent. Yes. It's like it's not the end of the world.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I have had that thought
Yeah.
with there was a lady. Should I even tell the story?
Yeah.
Tell
I'm
it.
already
Yeah.
going
Tell
into it. All right. So back in America, on my street, there was this lady, and I remember one time I was walking the dog, and I was like walking past her house, and she was like, "Have you watched like, I think it was Hunger Games or something? You look like this actor in there." Basically, long story short, somehow like she ended up calling me cute. And I was like, oh, she wants me. But like she's a married middle-aged woman.
Oh no!
Oh,
why would you?
Like,
Why would you think a married middle-aged woman
because
wanted
she
you,
called
bro?
me cute. She
There
was
were-
like, you're cute, but
Bro,
like-
married middle-aged women always say that stuff, bro.
Yeah.
no, but this was like, it was a little different. It was. Anyways, I had the same thought. I had it. But it's like, no, she's married. She probably did not mean it like that.
No.
That's getting clipped for
at
sure.
all.
Yeah. I think it's good
Oh,
to
no.
acknowledge these thoughts
Chat, don't
and
cook
even
me.
like confess to your friends, because I feel like anything that's in secret will bring shame. I'm confessing to my girls most of the time. I'm just sharing this for the podcast. I would normally share that, but
We appreciate it.
yeah.
I haven't told the story to anyone until now.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you for
Thank you for your guys'
sharing.
honesty.
Thanks for
People are
sharing.
watching.
We
TJ.
acknowledge.
But like you can carry so much like shame for that. You know what I mean? Or
I
like,
That's
haven't
true.
been,
or
but
just,
yeah,
like-
you can.
But like, or delusion.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
sometimes you be delusional, and I will tell my friends certain things. I'm like, X, Y, and Z happen. Am I
Yeah.
delulu?
Yeah, I know. I need a little check sometimes. I'll be like, so this like this happened, and then
Mm.
we'll be like, do you think he
Yeah.
might? She'll be like, first of all, check your heart,
Yeah. Confession is key.
and then
Yeah.
yeah.
So nice.
Confess
So,
your
it's
sins to
good.
one another.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Amen.
James, chapter 5, I think.
Come on now.
Come on.
Anyways, we all
Let me
agree, yes,
check.
guys and
Let me
girls
check.
can be friends.
Yes.
Yes. Agreed.
That is the end of this
Agreed.
episode. What's the next topic next week?
What are we looking forward to?
Actually, I think the next topic I want to talk about is your isolation/monk mode can kill you.
Mm.
Isolation.
It can kill you.
We out rooted in reality,
Bye.
brutality.
That was
bow, bow, bow.